I stole it. I stole it. I stole it, baby. Okay. So, okay. And what, you want to do it? Okay, I probably shouldn't scream while the baby's sleeping. You want to do it? If you found out that you someone you knew who's crazy, by the way, someone you know who's crazy, they named their baby Boo, and you're not gonna do anything about it? You're just gonna sit? I shouldn't have done it. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I had to do it. If I didn't do it, I mean, it's not that I shouldn't have done it because it was wrong or bad, but it's just because I don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't be in this situation right now. If you watch the last video that I made on this whole situation, it's called "Ma'am, Your Baby Has Autism." You should probably check it out. Because it will provide you some context on why everything in my life is going terrible. I keep hitting myself. Why do I keep doing that? Is that a sign of stress? It would make sense if it was. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so in the last video, I was telling you guys, there was a minor disagreement, which may or may not have gotten me excommunicated from my church. And, which is fine. I don't care. I don't want to be there. Why would I want to be there? No one wants to be there. Say, oh no, please don't take me away from the crazy people place. No. I'm saying thank you, God. I might believe in God now because this is what happened in my life. And I've been really, secretly I've been wanting that for a long time, but you're not allowed to say that. Okay, anyway. What happened? What am I talking about? Okay, so in the last video, I was talking about how I don't understand what a baby is. I don't understand what a baby does. I don't know what it thinks. I don't know what it wants from me. I don't know what it wants me to do about it, the fact that it exists. I have no idea. No idea. And now I have one in my possession. I need to keep it down. This is not how it's... Now I have one latched to me like a leech. And I want to rip it off and chuck it into Narnia. So it can go with the other nonsensical beings that don't exist for any reason. So it can go talk to them and play with them. Talk to them. Because obviously you don't want to talk to me. You don't want to tell me what you want. You just want to cry. Okay, so basically, yes, I got excommunicated. And that's okay. I was talking with somebody from the church, though. Her name is Eve. She is kind of the church therapist. She's like, basically, she has all the tea in the church. You know, cult people, they don't like to go to outsiders. They don't like secular people. Because if you surround yourself with a secular person, it might make you have one singular thought that is not in perfect alignment with the doctrine of the church and everything that it wants you to do for the rest of your life until you die. So that you can pretend that you're going to go and have something better in the afterlife. And by better, it means like, normally it means like you get to praise the cult leader for eternity. Yay! Sorry. I need to slap. I keep slapping myself. What is that? What's going on? Okay. The baby. What was I talking about? This just can't be real. The baby. Eve. I was talking to Eve. Right. And so basically everyone in the church goes to her because she's Christian. I mean, she is Christian as far as I know. And so she is their therapist. She's a therapist. That's what she... And she's one of the only, in my opinion, she's one of the only sane people in the church. I don't even think she wants to be there, but I think she just likes all the gossip. And anyway, also sunk cost fallacy. Like, you don't want to, okay. Yes. So she knows all this stuff. And I was talking to her. I feel like I've said that like 10 times. Sorry. I'm so sorry. So it's just, I'm not used to having my life fall apart every day. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I am used to that. Anyway, so we were talking. She's not supposed to talk to me, right? But we were talking, and we were talking right outside the church. Yes, today, Wednesday, which you might be like, what, Wednesday? I thought they only had church on Sundays. Wrong. You must not be familiar with a cult church, and they have to have 10 classes every week. You must not be familiar with that. So yes, we were at the church after one of the classes. And Ron and Pam, by the way, Ron is my pastor's name. Pam is my pastor's wife's name, the mom of baby Boo. And they had left. They had went to their house, which was only a couple minutes away. Ron and Pam do this thing. So I knew that Pam had a baby recently. I thought it was in December. I think it might have been in January, actually. So very, very, very recent newborn baby. And I knew that. What I didn't know was the name of the baby, because they're very weird about naming babies, about what they're going to name the baby. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I've seen a lot of things for the first time out of this church, but I've never... Basically what they do is they don't tell anyone the name of the baby until after it gets baptized. And by baptized, I mean, like, they dab a little bit of holy water on its head from the toilet, probably. Because they have to dabble it. They can't, they can't waterboard the baby. You probably, you shouldn't do that, even if you want to. And I probably would want to. Okay. So, right. So So they don't tell the name of the baby until sometime after it gets baptized. And they say they do it for a theological reason. I don't know what that is. Honestly, I think it's just because they're always embarrassed of the names that they pick, because they're... So what they always do is they either pick like a sophisticated biblical name, like Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Sorry if that's xenophobic. I hope it's not. I'm not trying to, I don't want you guys to think I'm a bad person just because because of that, or because I stole a baby. There's reasons. Okay. Or they will pick a name that is like a goo goo gaga, like name as if, well, either way, they're naming the baby as if they're not naming a real person who's gonna be alive for a long time. So they'll either do this sophisticated baby name, or they'll do the goo goo gaga baby name. They'll pick like, I mean, I can't actually say, but Poppy is something that they might want, or maybe like a teddy bear, tutu teddy bear, like, like golden doodle. I think that's a dog. That's a breed of a dog. Don't put it past them though. Don't put it past them. I bet you that's the next one. I don't want to spoil it or anything. And trust me, there will be a next one. They're probably going to be like 10 more, even though they already have 10. Right. So what was I saying? All right. Sorry. So Eve. Right. So she told me the name of the baby. That it was Baby Boo. And that kind of shook me to my core. I'm going to be honest with you. She could tell that it wasn't just a silly little haha thing to me. Look, it should be. But I'm gonna tell you what. There's too much history with that name. Do you not understand the historical significance of Baby Boo? Sorry, that's my cat in the litter box. Do you not understand what that means and what that does, the ontological reality of naming your baby Baby Boo. Do not understand that. That's what I was telling her, because when I was 8 years old playing Roblox roleplay games, naming myself Baby Boo because I was role playing as a baby, because I was 8 years old. And there are thousands of other kids who have done that. And I've never a day in my life seen that name anywhere else. Never a day in my life. Until now. What does that mean to you? That can't be right. So yes, I was genuinely shaken. That's not something... Do you not understand how out of touch with reality? I knew that they were out of touch with reality, but do you not understand how out of touch? Because, and it makes sense. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I mean, you know, Pam, she probably picks those baby doll goo goo gaga names because, I mean, she's pretty young. I mean, what else are you going to do if you're a disgusting, diabolical, deranged, narcissistic sociopath man who is going to start a cult? What you're probably going to do is you're going to, you know, if you don't have 10 million wives of all varying ages, you're going to have one that's 20 years younger than you. So, no wonder, right? And yes, they have 10 kids together. Not 10. I'm not going to tell you guys all the specifics. I don't want to, like... Okay, anyway. So, yeah, I was freaking out about this all. And Eve was like, you know, it's fine. She obviously doesn't understand. She doesn't have the historical knowledge. She's like, yeah, no, it's fine. You know, it is what it is. I know it's a crazy name, but you know, it's not your baby. It'll be fine. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I understand. That's what I said. But what I thought was, these people need to be taken care of in some way. We need to call somebody to do something now. Like, I would say call CPS, but they don't do anything, so not them. But do you not? Okay. So basically, okay. So what I said to myself was, I'm about to go talk to these people, give them a piece of my mind. Because obviously I was scared for the baby. I know how deranged these people are. I know how much more deranged and out of touch with reality they have come over the years of, you know, not living a regular life. So, okay. So, shit. Can you stop texting me? Sorry, I shouldn't yell. Sorry. Genuinely stop texting me. That better not be someone from our church. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can tell. I've not really processed anything that's happened to me in the past 2 hours. Okay. Why does it have to happen to me? Like, I don't want to, like, sound like a victim. Like, I'm victimizing myself, but I mean... So, I said, yeah, I'm going to talk to these people and tell them what I think, you know, before it's too late or something. I don't know. They probably haven't heard a single outside thought that doesn't... Again, that's not in perfect alignment with every single thing that they think and believe in. So maybe it would help. I don't know. And also, yeah, I was scared because I know what these people are capable of. I know how much worse they've gotten over the year. So, you know, like they tried to send me to the psych ward. They tried to send me to the psych ward. That's a whole nother story. That was going to be, I was talking about, I have other stories with this family. That was before this one happened, that I'm talking about right now. But that was another thing that I was going to talk about. And I was angry. I wasn't just afraid. I was angry because these people, they act like, because I was never like a little goody two shoes. I never was a type of person to just blindly submit to just anything if I didn't understand why we were doing it. I wouldn't do it. And because I wasn't exactly like them, they treat me like they have to walk on eggshells around me, like I'm an alien. Like I'm somebody who has no idea how it is to be a human being when they're the ones naming their baby Boo. And they want to talk about, I don't know what it's like to be a human being. I don't know. I'm the deranged one. I'm the impulsive one. I'm the dangerous one. I'm the reckless one. As if I'm going to go do something reckless or impulsive that's going to put somebody in harm's way, put a baby in harm's way, like they did when they named it Baby Boo. The hypocrisy. So yeah, I was angry. So I said, I'm going to go talk to them. Sorry that took me so long to say. So I went over to their house. It was only a couple minutes away. Like I said, I knew that they had left for their house. And I went over there. I parked kind of discreetly because I didn't really know what was going to happen. And I was watching them see what they were doing, and I realized that they were all getting back into their car, or at least they were rounding their kids up, their 1 million trillion kids, and putting them 1 million trillion unshowered, neglected, hungry, starving, uneducated kids, smelly, snotty, and I'm not saying this is their fault. Anyway, they're rounding all them up, getting into the car, and then Ron and Pam were putting some things in the trunk, and they got in their car. And so I was like, oh, well, if they're leaving, then what am I doing here? Maybe this is a sign that I shouldn't be doing this. But then I realized I never saw Pam or anyone get Baby Boo. And I was like, no, there's no way that they forgot Baby Boo. How could you forget Baby Boo? That's literally, I mean, if you had a legitimate reason to name Baby Boo, it would be exactly this, so you don't forget, because how are you going to forget Baby Boo? I mean, you made that name to stick out like a sore thumb, to stick out like a knife in a haystack for the rest of your life, for the rest of the baby's life. How could you forget about Baby Boo? It's your newborn child. How could you forget that? So it's like, no, there's no way. Well, they drove off. And I was like, I must be mistaken. They must have gotten him. I didn't see it. But I know that they have a back door. This is what I was thinking. I know they have a back door. They have a screen door in the back, and they probably don't lock it. Well, they probably do lock it. I said, no, they probably lock it, but I'm going to make sure that they locked it. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to check. So yeah, I stole the baby. I stole Baby Boo, and yeah, someone had to do it. Someone had to do it. I mean, how could my pastor and his wife, how could they forget Baby Boo, their newborn child, in the house? How could they forget that? I mean, I know Pam's brain is probably fried from being a mom and having to take care of all those kids. She probably has ADHD too. I don't know. Makes sense, I guess. Not really a moral excuse, but a reason. But Ron is, he's a dad, so they don't really do anything or care at all. So it makes sense as well. And that's not an excuse either. But I was still like, dang, how could you, you just had this baby and you named it Baby Boo. How could you forget a child you named Baby Boo? So I took the baby. I said, no, this cannot continue. So I took the baby, I snuck out of the house, and then, they have like a sort of I got out of their backyard and I saw them pull back up. And so I was like, oh, they must have realized that they forgot Baby Boo. And so I hid in the alley and I watched them, and I saw them screaming. Screaming. Yeah. yelling, searching, maybe crying, I don't know. And I was like, well, I mean, I guess that's what you get, right? I mean, if you're gonna forget baby Boo, I mean, this is what, of course this is what you get. This is karma. This is literally karma in action. So, of course. And I get, you know, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Because I don't want this baby to be in harm's way. I just, like I said in my last video, they have so many kids. At what point does having one more become child abuse? And by the way, yes, this baby, what is the autistic baby? This is the autistic baby that I was talking about. Which is fine. I'm not ableist. Like I said, they're ableist. They're ableist. They hate the fact that their baby has autism, and I told them that. That's why I got excommunicated. You need to watch the other video. But they're ableist. There's so many reasons why we cannot let this continue. I'm not trying to like, okay, anyway. So yeah, I got back to my house, and yeah, the baby, I had to be sneaky because I couldn't walk in front of the house. So I had to walk like a roundabout back, you know. I had to run across the alley because I had to start running because the baby started. He was actually being pretty peaceful at first, but then eventually he did start crying. Because what else is a baby gonna do? Given any situation ever, of course it's gonna start crying. So, and yeah, I did have to stifle the baby's cries a little bit. He was fine. And so yeah, now I'm here, and I don't know. That's why I need y'all's help. I need you to tell me what to do, because I got the baby to settle down. I was able to do that, but I don't know what to feed the baby. I don't know anything. So you're roped into this with me now. This is your responsibility too, because, well, that, you know, I need help. That's why I made this video, and that's why you're watching the videos, to help me. So I'll be reading the comments. We gotta, like, y'all gotta lock in, because genuinely, right, I don't know what to clothe the baby. I mean, he is wearing what he's wearing. What type of diapers do I get? I'm probably gonna run to the Dollar Tree in a second. What do I do? Or if there's like a way that I could just like get rid of the baby without a lot of trouble. It's not like I'm gonna say, no, please, I want to keep this baby. It's not like I'm gonna say that. So if there is, you know, if you have any, all right. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know.